So if you're a 4.5 or higher level player, you should still do these drills just more as a litmus test to make sure you can. But if you're a 4.0 or under and you're someone who hasn't been happy with your serve, it's imperative that you understand and be able to do the drills that I'm about to show you that you can do anywhere, even at your house. So go ahead and grab your racket, work along. I have some things here that I'm going to use for the drills. If you don't have all of them, that's okay. Just work along with the ones you can. But I have a tennis ball, a foam ball. This kind of replaces a sock I couldn't find, so I tore off an old sleeve. And then I have the top of a Topspin Pro, which I think is a really important aid to learn the serve. So grab your racket, just work along with what you can, and let's make your serve better right now. So this first drill might seem a little silly to you, but it's called friction bounce ups. And I just want to see if you can understand how to impart an indirect blow to the ball. In my opinion, players are not introduced to the concept of spin early enough. And I find when they try to do this, if they haven't been introduced to it early enough, they kind of just come straight into the ball and don't get enough spin, or sometimes they'll try to move the racket on the ball, and that's not the goal. The ball's only there for a very fraction of a second. So the goal is to try to get the ball to move on the strings, not the strings to move on the ball. So you should be comfortable doing friction bounce ups. Maybe once you get good at it, you can try to keep it going, but see if you can do some friction bounce ups. This is going to make a lot of sense as we go on to the next drill. So why is learning spin for a serve so important? Simple. The things you have to do to hit a good spin serve are also going to help you tremendously to hit a good flat serve. To hit a good flat serve, you still have to lead in with the edge and pronate the arm, something very few people do. Now, to hit a flat serve, you can get away with pancaking the ball, having the palms be up, but you can't hit spin from that position. And you can learn it at home. What I want you to do is take your racket. Now, my roof's kind of low. You can do this sitting down. It's really all about arm action. But you're going to take your continental grip. That's where you put the edge of the racket to the ball. And you're just going to start with a bent arm and your racket up at the ball. Now, typically I like the foam balls with the line around them so you can see the direction it's spinning. Now, we just have a W. I think we'll still be able to see it. But what you're going to do is try to take with the edge of your racket, you're going to try to lead in with the edge of your racket, make contact on the inside of the hand as that racket's still progressing up, and we're going to try to master hitting forward rotation over our head. So I'm going to try to hit the ball from 7 to 1, and notice how I finish out in my handcuff position. If you can master this, I'm telling you, it's going to make a big difference in your tennis game. Knowing how to produce forward rotation on your serve is huge. Now, from this same position, I can also hit a flat serve. I can come straight into it, and I hit a good flat serve. But from this position, which most of you watching this video probably has some form of being palm up, I can't hit spin because if I brush up, it's just going to go high. Now, but again, start edge, notice my arms bent, and see if just sitting there with a foam ball, you can master. Now, not side spin. Some people come this way on it. That's not the goal. You got to watch the ball in the air and make sure it's spinning from 7 to 1 if you're a right-handed player. Excuse me, sorry, excuse me. So just edge wristwatch. Can I produce forward rotation over my head? Master this drill, and I guarantee you it's going to help your tennis serve. Now, this is the reason I'm such a big fan of... Joyce, you're going to have to go. You're going to have to leave the room. You want to leave the room? Go on. Go out. Sorry about that. Now, similar to that drill, you can use your Topspin Pro. This is why I'm such a big fan of this training aid, because I don't think spin is introduced early enough in players' development. And I think it's really a fundamental and crucial part of learning the ground strokes and the serve. Now, as a side note, you can find the link to the Topspin Pro in the description of this video. And you can also go to our website, victorytennisprograms.com. By the way, I have a free at-home 5-day tennis course on that website as well. So go do that course. It will really help your tennis game. But I digress. So I can do the same thing with the Topspin Pro. Now what I'm going to do is hold it kind of at a 45-degree angle to my body. And you can see I'm holding it at the angle I want to spin the ball. And what I can do is the same thing I did with the foam ball, but I'm going to do with the Topspin Pro. Now the trick here is, another thing I like about the Topspin Pro is it does let you compress the ball. So it's not, you're not trying to come straight this way. My racket's coming around to the side, just like your ground strokes, you want to spin it and compress it. So don't just try to come this way on it. See if you can make the ball kind of set in and really compress. So you want to use that spring. You want to make it spring back when you hit it. This is just such a huge part of learning a serve. Because again, I can hit a flat serve from this position. And if I get my racket to come around on edge, I'm going to have a better flat serve. But nobody does that. If you learn a spin serve first, you're going to have a much better flat serve. Okay, and now for the grand finale. I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's going to show me the silly sock swinging drill again. But I'm telling you, a lot of people don't do this right. So I'm going to show you how not to do it. I'm going to show you how to swing the sock properly. What I don't like when people do it is where they bring the sock back like they would their racket on edge. They bring it this way. And they still open their wrist, which you don't want to do. And you can still swing the sock wrong. You can come back, bring it here, open your wrist, and go up over your head and keep it going. That's not going to stop you from keeping it going. But what you should be doing is bringing the sock back over your head this way, like you're brushing your hair. And watch how I keep the curl in my wrist when I do it the right way. And you're going to feel how much looser your arm stays when you do the sock properly. So I suggest you start here a few times and bring it over your head and stop. Come back here, start here, over and up. And then once you get good at that, then you can add the whole motion where you kind of bring it back, but then you break your elbow this way over your head. And then when you get good at it, you can bring it back again. And you just keep it going like this. Now, you got the right swing now, but the reason people can't implement this in their actual serve is because they don't use visualization. You got to pretend you're tossing a ball. So your brain can help learn the timing of the toss versus the swing. So really get in character. Your brain knows how gravity works. So think about having a ball in your hand and tossing it and hitting it as you're doing it. And that's going to help your brain work out the timing so you can implement this amazing serve when you go hit. Now remember, think about doing spin. Even now, think about as you go up, hitting the ball from 7 to 1. If you don't have a spin serve, you need to learn that first, and then later come back to the flat serve. Anyways, there's a few drills for you to do at home. I hope you enjoyed them. Go back and watch the video again. Please use our links for any of the materials you need. I have foam balls at the website you can use to support the channel. Topspin Pro link's going to be in the description. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.